Well, joining me this evening to talk about some of tonight's results is my guest, Ade Olajide. Let's start with La Liga. Barcelona, did you give them a chance at the beginning of the season of getting the title?
No, especially the first half of the season. It was a season of two halves where Real Madrid did impeccably well towards December, and all of a sudden, after the coach Luis Enrique had the problems with Messi, dropped him out of the team, brought him back into the team, and found a position for him, and Luis Suarez decided to light up La Liga. They just completely were uncatchable, and Real Madrid, with Bale losing a lot of form and then injuries, it just seemed like they just grew in stature and strength. But at the beginning of the season, absolutely not.
Do you think that this Barca side can actually go on to dominate for a good few years now?
The three strikers that they've got in Suarez, Neymar and Messi are still arguably in the top 5 of the best footballers in the world, so they can go on with a very young team as well to dominate the Spanish football and European football for a couple of years.
It's great that they've got the fearsome threesome at the front, but what about defence? Do they need to make changes anywhere?
I think there's been a little bit of criticism for the likes of Gerard Piqué. However, Mascherano in defence has been a huge talent for Barcelona. And looking at the Barcelona team, their strength is in attack. And once they attack you the way they want to...
You might as well just give up. Exactly. You see Messi live, I'm just going to go home.
Exactly. Yeah. You will not be able to find yourself to the back of their team. So that's what they've really developed their team on.
Okay, well, looking at Real Madrid, what next for them? Is Ancelotti going to stay? Is Bale going to go? Is he going to go to United? What's going on there?
I think it's ridiculous to mention the likes of Ancelotti being sacked as Real Madrid boss. This is a man that's won the Champions League at AC Milan, the Liga Premier at Chelsea, in France with PSG, and then giving Real Madrid their first Champions League title in 10 years, or the 10th one, La Decima. They made so much noise about it, and all of a sudden he's got a season without a title, and now he's going to be turfed out. I think that's premature. Unfortunately, Bale hasn't had a good second half of the season, and there's talk of Manchester United. Perhaps he wants to come home, but he reiterated the fact that he wants to stay in Spain and prove his critics wrong.
Well, let's have a look at the Premier League and the results tonight. Yes, Chelsea are already the champions, but losing 3-0 to West Brom at the Hawthorns. What happened?
I personally think the players are on holiday. They've won the title.
Well, John Terry went to Dubai, to be fair.
Exactly. So they've won the title. They've started celebrating a little bit early. John Terry's tackle, for instance, was a clumsy challenge. You haven't seen John Terry tackle that way in the last 6-7 months. He's been touted as the best defender in the Premier League currently, and that says a lot to see him perform the way he did. And obviously, West Brom have watched a lot of the Chelsea matches. They had a lot of men behind the ball, and then they took advantage of some very quick changes in passing and took control. And then Chelsea lost the player in Fabregas, who was gunning for an assist total of the season, but now he's not going to be making that. It just looked like they were off the pace. It's
very odd that they should just collapse. Yes. I mean, it's just one game, but to go out 3-0 like that.
They have played the large part of the season incredibly well. They've won the title. It's time to celebrate. They're looking at, going on holiday. Why not? Just relax a little bit. But 3-0 was not good for their record.
And Diego Costa was back as well.
Yes, he was.
Yeah. Well, moving on to the breaking news this evening about Raheem Sterling. He's expected to tell the Liverpool manager Brendan Rodgers that he wants to leave Anfield in the summer. He's already turned down £100,000 a week. It looks like the reason why he wants to leave is he wants to win trophies. Do you agree with that, or is it more the money issue?
It's said back and forth that it could be about money. He gave that infamous interview to the BBC about the fact that he is not looking for money. He's not a money-grabbing teenager. However, turning down £100,000, having been increased from £35,000 a week, it raises a little bit of eyebrows. And then there are some sports commentators that are putting their money behind the fact that an official swap will be made with the likes of Arsenal, with Theo Walcott coming over to Liverpool. And
can you see that working? Can you see Walcott in the Liverpool side?
I can.
Bearing in mind the injuries and everything.
I can. Walcott is still a fantastic finisher. We saw what he could do against Manchester United 24 hours ago. He's still hungry. Unfortunately, he's been dealt the wrong side of the cards with the injuries. However, he wants to play. And if Liverpool will give him the opportunity to do that, I think he can perform very, very well. But he just has to be fit. That's all.
Okay, so that's Walcott to Liverpool, Sterling to Arsenal.
With 20 or 30 million pounds.
And what about De Gea to Real Madrid and then Bale possibly going to United? How's that going to go?
That looks like a possibility if Louis van Gaal, as strong as he is, can say on television that he can't convince De Gea to stay at Manchester United. It looks like De Gea is going over to Real Madrid, and Gale might be coming over.
But he's been brilliant. Why would you not want to lose him, but how would you not want to keep hold of him?
They've offered him the highest salary they can, matching the likes of Real Madrid. But you have to take into consideration the boy is from Madrid and his family is based in Madrid. So there's a strong pull to go to the strongest team in his hometown.
Okay, Ade, thank you very much.